at the virtual platform. The topic of today's international e-conference is Teacher for Life, Teacher of Lives. The college Sri Kumar Swami College Ausa is affiliated to Swami Ramananda Tirth Marathwada University, Nanded. The college has been conducting many innovative activities for students, researchers, teachers, academicians, intellectuals. The college can take all these innovative activities because of the hard efforts, tenacity, and perseverance of the Honorable Chief Organizer and Chairperson, Dr. M. Ambedkar Sir. At the outset of this international e-conference, I welcome you, sir, as the chairperson for today's international e-conference. Today, I feel immense pleasure to welcome honorable dignitary, keynote speaker, and chief guest, Lily Chan ma'am from Singapore. She is going to enlighten us on the topic as I noted before, teacher for life, teacher of lives. I know very well that all the participants from India and also from abroad are very eager to listen your keynote speech. So I do not want to spend much time and I would like to invite you, ma'am, to start your presentation and keynote speech. Please, ma'am, welcome.
Thank you. Thank you so much. It's an honor and pleasure to be here. Can you hear me?
Yes, yes.
Yes. Yeah. Okay. Right. It's an honor to be and a pleasure to be here today. Thank you for having me and for inviting me to this international conference. And I understand that the entire attendees today are teachers, right? And I feel so embarrassed because I see a lot of doctors around. And I'm not a professor nor a doctor. I'm just a humble layman. Well, to introduce myself a little, yeah, my name is Lily, and I am a teacher by qualification. Yeah. Well, let me begin by just sharing my slides. Okay. Can I can share now, right? Yeah. Okay, share my window. Okay. Okay. Hey, it's not working. Okay, sorry. Give me a second. Technical issue here. Stop sharing. Yeah, I'm so sorry. It's like, yeah, okay. Share the whole screen. Here you go. Okay. Right. Yes. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. This is the one. Right. Yeah. Today our topic. I'm going to talk about teacher for life and teacher of lives, preparing the next gen to take the world. As I was when I was invited by Dr. Becker. Dr. Becker, do I pronounce your name correctly? Did I pronounce your name correctly? It's Dr. Becker, right? So yeah. So yeah, I was actually thinking, what should I share because of the audience being teachers, future teachers, and also lecturers of teachers, professors of teachers for the Teachers Training College. I was actually wondering what should I share, and and then I asked this friend of mine who is also here in this conference together online with me. I said, "Hey, what should I talk about?" So, and she said, "Hey, let's talk. I'm sure you can talk about preparing the next generation to take the world." So I say, "Wow, okay." Then I thought, yeah, teacher for life, teacher of lives. That was the phrase that was given to me many years ago when I became a teacher. One of my ex-colleague told me, she said, "Lily, we have no choice, but we are teacher, and this is the life. We are already a teacher, right? And we are teacher of lives, right? We are molding lives." So I said, yeah, true, very true. And yes, today, so what we're going to talk about is this entire thing. I'm going to introduce myself and the objective and all that. Yeah. And then later we're going to do the Q&A, right? Yeah. Hello, everyone. I'm Lily Chan, and I'm actually a PhD candidate for management. I'm not PhD candidate for education. I was supposed to do education, but I opted out being a PhD in education because I really think that I would prefer to be in education management than being an educationist, right? But education management is also being in education, right? So I'm a teacher by qualification, and my career took a turn in 2012, and I became the human capital development professional since then. It is also something to do with human lives. And we have been, myself and a group of the entire friends that I have been with, we pitch on human capital development. We talk about living a purposeful life. That's what we are pitching about right now. So just introduce to you my teaching life here. Yeah, this is the class that I taught way back in 2000 something. And we organized prom nights, and as you can see, my husband always say that I'm a different kind of teacher. And I'm very close to my students. Until today, these students, you could see them, they were only 16, 17 at that point of time when these pictures were taken. Today, they're all married. They're married, and they already have kids, and some of them are very successful businessmen. Some of them are very. Some of the girls have become housewives somehow. Yeah, and then this girl went to participate in the Miss Malaysia, and I think she was crowned as second runner-up. And 25 years later, after graduating from the Teachers Training College, my friends and I, we went back to the college. We walked around the entire college, and there were so many memories that we made during that 2 days way back in that place. And I've never left, even though I have left the teaching profession. I'm no longer called a teacher, but I've never left being a teacher. It is indeed. Because I'm still lecturing in universities. I'm still the adjunct lecturer in colleges as well. And I still give a lot of talks, especially in careers development in the uni, guiding the graduates in becoming better people, finding their career path. That's what I'm on right now. I'm in right now. Yeah. Teacher for life, teacher of lives. That's actually me. I'm actually talking about myself being a teacher. And the minute I began as in this teaching profession, the teacher blood has never left me. my superior or my boss, my chairman, always say that even though right now I'm a business development person in doing human capital development, right? He still say that, hey, you are still very teacher, you're still very teacher. I say, what's the meaning? Then he said, whenever you speak, whenever you speak at meetings, you do presentation at meetings or to the clients, you are still very teacher. So I say, yeah, the teacher thing in me has never left me. So being a teacher, we the enduring commitment of educators to not only impart knowledge but also shape and influence the lives of students in profound and lasting ways. As I showed you pictures just now of my students, they are still in touch with me, and a few of them even invited me to their weddings. And yeah, and I met one of them in Singapore, and we met we just bumped into each other on the street, and at a very far distance, she called me. She said, "Miss Chan!" So loud, I was like, "Wow, who the hell is calling me Miss Chan?" So loudly, and then I looked around and I saw her. I thought I knew. I thought I knew her. Yeah, I thought, I say, hey, this girl looks familiar though. And then she came to me, you have forgotten me, and we hugged, and then we shared a bit of tears. I was so touched that she could still remember me as a teacher. Yeah, then she introduced me to her husband. She said, she's my teacher. You see, this is my teacher. Yeah, she got so excited. And then she has got 2 little girls. And then she said, this is mommy's teacher. This is mommy's teacher. I was like, oh my God. I just got to know that I've grown so old already, that I've already aged. Yeah. So, okay. Yeah. So we, as educators, we are really influence of lives. So, and hence, I am always very, very supportive of teachers who are trying to make a difference in the lives of children. Our training objectives today, our learning outcomes, I'm not going to touch on that. Yeah, the significance of the teaching profession lies in its pivotal role in shaping individuals, communities, and societies by a few points here. By imparting knowledge, yeah, we share knowledge to our students by fostering critical thinking, nurturing values, and empowering future generations to thrive in an ever-changing world. I am sure all of you here do agree with me that we are actually living in the ever-evolving world. A few years ago, we met the pandemic, right? And it has caused the entire world to change its way of living, to change its way of doing business, and also even right now, this kind of presentation, this kind of conference may not even happen before the pandemic. It might have happened, yeah, but it has not been that often. True? If you agree with me, type a yes in the or type yes in the chat box, right? Yeah. So, and here we are as teachers. We need to empower the future generations to thrive in this ever-changing world, because you will never know what will happen tomorrow. I always tell whoever I meet, I say, you have to seize the day, because we only have 24 hours a day, and you never know what would happen the next minute. Even right now in this minute, there's not going to be a repeated time of this hour, this minute, this day, this month. But time just go on, and it's ever evolving. Tomorrow, or maybe let's talk about even last. we didn't even have Chat GPT, and all of a sudden, Chat GPT came on as like, it just struck the world like that. And everyone has been using Chat GPT, and even universities and colleges are now looking into anti-Chat GPT kind of software, so that the students don't hand in assignments using Chat GPT, right? Yeah. And what is the significance of the teaching profession? Because in our hands lies the sacred responsibility of shaping the future. We mold young minds, igniting the flame of curiosity and wisdom that will illuminate the path ahead. And we are not just teachers. We are custodians of hope. We are the architects of dreams. We are the stewards of change. The custodian of hope, because we give hope to people whom we meet. The lives that are in our hands every day, whom we see and meet every day, we give them hope. We draw their dreams. When they dream of having a great career, we draw their dreams. That's why we are called architects of dreams. And we are stewards of change, because we help them to change for better, to become better people, right? And everyone, when I step into 30 years ago, when I step into this teaching industry, everyone around me, they told me, "Hey, Lily, wow, you're a teacher. Was such a noble profession." And even my mom's friends was like, "Oh my God, wow, Mrs. Chan, your daughter is a teacher. Wow, she's in such a noble profession." Everyone around me told me that I'm in such a noble profession as a teacher, being a teacher. It is a noble profession, because teaching is a calling. I always tell the lecturers or the teachers whom I meet, I say, teaching is not a job. It's a calling. And if you're treating this as a job, you will not be able to influence that effectively. Yeah. If you agree with me, type yes in the chat box. That teaching is a calling. That if you have the heart to become a teacher, like what my chairman always say, the teacher thing has never left me. It is still inside me, deeply carved inside me. Yeah, it is true. And teaching, why is it a calling? Because it is a lifelong commitment to the betterment of humanity. We help people to become better. That it is a lifelong commitment. I believe, my students, even if I'm in my 70, at 70 years old, if they can still remember my face, they will even call me out on the street and say, "Hey, Miss Chan!" Yeah, I really hope so. Yeah, because I believe this lifelong commitment in making people mankind to become better people. Is this a calling? It is a calling that transcends boundaries. It is a calling that defies limitations. It is a calling that empowers generations to soar to new heights of achievement. We empower these future generations. And for all you know, we are all molding future prime ministers of the country. We could be molding future leaders of the world. Whoever who has taught Steve Jobs, whoever who has taught Mark Zuckerberg, yeah, they were the ones responsible for him to soar to greater heights. And what then is the purpose of education? It is not imparting knowledge. It is not only imparting knowledge. When the teachers in my son's school, when my son was younger, my son is already 21 years old this year. And he's in National University of Singapore and doing biomedical science. I'm very proud of him because he got the ASEAN scholarship to continue his higher education. But anyway, when he was younger, the teachers in his school were rushing to finish syllabus, and they just care about whether the child has finished their homework. They just care about whether the child has whether they have already finished this particular workbook that the school wants the kids to have to purchase this workbook, and that's all they care. And I was very disappointed with the school. I said, and I being a teacher myself, right? My son is very popular because I walk to the school. I walk into the school almost every week. Because of what? Because I need to complain. I would complain about the teachers being very inhumane. Yeah. So I being a teacher by qualification myself, I have been always very, very supportive of teachers who would look at every child differently. And because my boy is an Asperger child, which is another kind of autism, right? But he's high functioning autism. So, and hence he has high IQ and low EQ. But the school was not very inclusive. The teachers were not inclusive. They started giving him names. They started calling him aliens because he talks to himself. He answers questions. He would be the first one to put up his hands to answer the questions, and nobody would have a chance to. Other kids. So he was despised. He was like, put aside. So he went through this bully time in his childhood for many years without me knowing, because I didn't know that in class this was what happened. He didn't want me to worry about him, so he just pretended that he's very happy. Until one day, I went to the school. I walked past his class and I saw things happen, and I was very, very sad, very, very disappointed, to the extent that I went straight to the principal's room. I told the school's principal, I said, I'm pulling my child out. Because to me, education is not only about imparting knowledge. It is nurturing character. It is molding the child's character to how he behaves when he gets older. And the child spends so much time in school than spending the time at home with his parents. So, therefore, as teachers, we are responsible in nurturing every character. We instill values in every child. We foster a sense of purpose in our students. We give them a hope, a dream, a purpose to live. and tell them that, hey, being the last in class does not mean that you're such a loser or such a failure. And that's what we call helping them to live a purposeful life. That their life, that they know why they exist, and the reason why they exist, and why certain things exist or certain people exist in their life, and so that they will not be disturbed by anything that is negative. So when my boy faced bully in his primary years, I was very, very disappointed. I was traumatic as my son. So I took him out. I put him into a smaller school. His class has got 7 kids. And that school, the principal told me, Lily, we are not teachers. We are life makers. And that struck me. I said, yes, indeed. We change life, we make lives. And what then is the purpose of education? We are mentors. The principal told me that the teachers in her school, they mentor the kids. They don't teach the kids. They basically are mentors to the kids, and they guide them. They guide the children to become better people, and then of course champions of growth. That the kids grow up to become champions of growth. And my boy spent 5 years of his life in that school before going for pre-U. I owe whatever my boy is right now to the school, to the teachers in that school, because they really changed his perception of school. In the beginning, when he was younger, he used to tell me, Mommy, I don't want to go to school. I'd rather die. Because when a child tells you that, it's like, you would definitely thinking that, it's not important, or whatever he's telling you is like, hey, what do you know about death, that kind of thing. But when I changed the school to change him to this new school, where the school has a purpose for every child, he became a person who was really who looks forward to school every day, and he has never missed school. Every day, yeah, he looks forward to it, and I felt that it was and from a very timid person, he became the MC for the school's concert, and that's a great breakthrough for my boy. Yeah, but Mr. Bala has raised his hand. Yeah, we leave the questions to the end. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay, yes. So what then is the purpose of education? Our classrooms are not mere chambers of learning. They are crucible of transformation where young minds are forged into beacons of light and agents of change. And they grow up to become agents of change. They grow up to pay it forward. So and that's a very important fact, that all these kids that are in front of us, we need to know that they will become beacons of light, and they will then pay it forward to become agents of change. When I was the director of student affairs for one of the university in Kuala Lumpur, I told my team that, hey, with all these students in this university, They are lives. They are not students. They are lives. And these lives have, they are put into our hands, and we are responsible for their safety. We are responsible for their life, how they spend the rest of their university's life here in Kuala Lumpur, in this particular uni, in the next 4 years, and how they grow as a person. This is what we are responsible for. So, so my team have always held on to this this thing in us, that one of the during the pandemic, one of the students were taken to jail. It was locked up, taken for the police took him to lock him up because he has forgotten to scan the code before entering the restaurant. So my entire team couldn't sleep that night because we are responsible for his life. Challenges and opportunities. Definitely, as teachers, right? We always face challenges and opportunities. Challenges from the management, where we, yeah, even in the corporate world, we also face the same thing, right? And especially when it's technological challenges, when where if we were to here in Malaysia or Singapore, not really, yeah, but in Malaysia, there are still many places that are quite the remote area. It's not the rural area. We are still not technological advanced, and hence, these are the challenges that we face as teachers. Probably the teachers, they will try to Google, and then they print it out for the kids, and the kids might not even have laptops, might not even have Wi-Fi connected in that area. So these are the challenges that we face, but it is not the end of the world. It is how we, as teachers, how we look at things more positively, so that we are able to help these kids, even though living in the rural area, coming in the rural area, they can still one day become a really great person, right? And the role of the teacher has never been more crucial, really, because we are called upon to navigate the complexity of a rapidly evolving world, to equip our students with skills, to equip our students with knowledge and resilience. They need to thrive in this uncertain future. In Singapore, I see a lot of kids faced stress and pressure in school. The kids are very busy in not only in school, but also in their social lives. Saturday, Sundays, they would be placed in, their parents would bring them for enrichment classes. Whether it's music class, then they go for gym classes, then they go for English classes, Mandarin classes, piano classes, art lessons. They're very busy in Singapore. To me, a child has to be given space to grow, not filling up his time with all these enrichment classes. Yes, it is important, but we are taking away his playtime with his friends by filling up with all these classes. I've never agreed to that kind of lifestyle to children. My boy is a violinist, so he plays the violin, and he also attends art lessons. But that was his choice. I gave him a choice. I said, "Do you want this If you want it, then let's go for it. And if you feel that you're tired of it, then let's quit the class, because these classes are not as important as you spending more time with us, spending more time with your friends at the playground, because you need to have that. The children needs to grow up as who they are. We remember our time as kids. We didn't have all these lessons, music lessons, or even enrichment classes, and we grew up fine. So I told my boy, I told every of my friends, I said we didn't have it. We grew up fine. Yeah. Timeless values of teaching. So let us remember that teaching is not about imparting information. It is about fostering empathy in the child. Fostering empathy and teaching them, telling them that, hey, there is this beggar on the street, and let's help them. So when I was teaching in this international school, international schools, most of the kids there are way above well-to-do. We have drivers that they have drivers bringing them to school, and some of them even have assistant seated next to them. So I look at them, I say, hey, their parents don't even have time to even look at them, to even see them or teach them the way of life. So what I did was I organized a lot of CSR, the corporate social responsibility. I organized a lot of all these little activities for them. Yeah. We sell chicken rice, and we sold chicken rice to the entire school. We raised funds, and then for the tsunami, that time there was tsunami, and we raised funds for the tsunami families. We also raised funds for. I taught the kids to when we have, we must give, even if we don't have. We also need to give, and that's empathy. We nurture creativity, and we also cultivate a love for learning that transcends the confines of the classroom. It goes beyond the classroom. That learning is not just from the book or within the four walls. No, learning is beyond the classroom. My son's school took the entire class, or the entire so-called level, right, to a marketplace where students put up hawkers put up stalls to sell their products, and I was very, very impressed with that. Yes, and there they saw a lot of they saw different kind of people. They get to interact with different kind of people that comes to their stall, and they even ask them, hey, so what do you do, and all that. Yeah, they get to interact, they get to social with different kind of people, different types of people, and that's something that I'm really very proud of him. Yeah, and the mission across India and around the world, our mission remains the same wherever you are, whether you're in India, whether we are in Singapore, Malaysia, or whether we are in Germany. Our mission is the same. And what is this mission? To unlock the potential that lies within every child. That's being a teacher. That is to unlock this potential that lies within every child, and every child has their potential. Every child has that. It doesn't mean that this child is naughty and we can just sideline him. No. When I was a teacher in this international school, there were a few very rich kids, and they just enjoy stealing, and we caught them. They were punished, but punishment comes with love. Today, these three kids, One of them owns a very large business that sells automotive parts in Malaysia. He's a very successful businessman. Yes, and he texts me all the time in Facebook, and he say, "Thank you, teacher. Thank you, Miss Chan, for showing him that life is more than money." Yeah, and our mission is also to kindle the flame of curiosity that burns within our heart. Within every heart, we need to kindle that flame within them. There is a flame in every child. And to empower the next generation to take on the world with confidence and courage. There are teens who tells us that they have do you think I can? Do you think so? I don't think so. So lacking in confidence. All we need to do is just like the mother hen that says, "Hey, you can do it. Just a little bit more, you can do it." Like the mother bird, you can do it, Just a little bit more, you can fly. Yeah, and we are that. So let us pledge for the future as we stand on the threshold of new dawn. Let us pledge. Let us pledge to uphold the noble ideals of our profession. It is a noble profession. Let us pledge to inspire. Let us pledge to innovate. Do not stay at our own comfort zone, but to look at, to innovate, to have new ideas, always always stay abreast of what's going on in the industry, and to ignite the spark of learning in every child we encounter. Like I said, there is a fire within them that is waiting to be sparked. So let us not be just teachers for a day, but teachers for life, guiding and inspiring generations to come. Let us also strive to be true teachers in every sense of the word, empowering our students to think critically, dream boldly, and live purposefully. There is a purpose in life. Yes. So that's all for my sharing today. Thank you so much. Yes, question and answer. I won't give you the quiz, but question and answer time.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for the wonderful presentation on the topic Teacher for Life and Teacher of Life. You have made very clear this term. So thank you so much. Now I request dear participants to discuss with today's keynote speaker. If you have, please come ahead, dear participants.
Good evening, Ms. Lee. Good evening.
Yes, good evening.
Welcome, sir. Welcome.
I am Dr. Badiuddin Ahmad. I am also teacher to elder students of post-graduation, but it is a heart-provoking lecture. It's really meant me for a lot. What you said, we need to inculcate, we need to really carve ourselves, like what you said, all these points, which should really, we being a teacher, just not transforming the knowledge, but really we should change the mind or change the personality of the students. That's wonderful concept you have given. And for that, we have to, as I did mention in your presentation, commitment is necessary. Without commitment, we cannot become a good teacher. It's not our job just teach, but we need to make change, bring change into the students, in the lives, because lives cannot be just made like that. We had to be role model for them. Before we teach, we should really, before we start preaching or teaching, we should be role model for them. So this is lacking in the present day era because of the fast back culture. The teachers are not being really treated as teachers, especially in India. Therefore, what happened? They are not really taking care of the morals. They really, they are not ignoring their what you call values, and thereby just they are confined to classroom teaching, and thereby the personalities, the responsibility which is being given into their hands, really they are not really fulfilling that. So what is your suggestion in this regard? Thank you so much.
Okay, so if I may understand that it is I can't really hear you well just now because it was breaking. But if I may repeat your question, is that what's my suggestion, to for teachers of this generation to become better people, to become examples of life?
Exactly, madam. Exactly. You are
My
right.
suggestion, right? Yeah. I guess it's about us as lecturers to impart not only knowledge. Again, it's like what I shared just now, looking at them as lives, and we make them I use this phrase, yeah, pay it forward. If you understand, have you ever heard of this phrase, pay it forward? So if we were to tell them that, hey, what I'm telling you, what we are doing here right now, I need you to pay it forward, so that they can also treat the children when they get out of the teachers training college or the uni, they will also do the same to others. You don't need to repay me for what I'm doing here with you, for you, but I want you to pay it forward. And you may want to have a lot of you may want to do more activities on pay it forward. When they are in the uni, you show them how pay it forward should be. I believe we are all humans, and we all have a heart, and that we all have that emotions in us that we could touch.
The problem is
Did
that,
I answer your question?
yeah. The another supplementary
Yeah.
question is that the problem with the management, with the administration, is that they are not treating teachers in a way they are to be. I think that is the reason we couldn't maintain what is expected of a teacher. I think teacher must be really treated as teacher, not as something else, because they are the, as you rightly mentioned, they make prime ministers, they make leaders, they make big people. So they should be protected as in other countries like Singapore, Korea, other countries. Teachers are being a really highly respected job, as in the case of India.
I have a question for you, Dr. Lily. May I go ahead?
Yes, sure.
Dr. Lily, what do you do in the pre-service teacher training program, which works on the EQ of the teacher? I'm repeating my question.
Pre-service teacher.
Yeah, those teachers who would like to be teachers when they are doing their teacher training program. So does the program work on the EQ of a teacher also?
Way back 30 over years ago, when I was selected to be a teacher, we went through a session of interviews. And then before we could be enrolled in the teachers training college. Does that happen in India?
Yes, we do have a public exam.
Because during the interview, it's not the exam. It's not about writing, because teacher is a calling, like I said. It's not about answering 50 questions out of 50, getting 50 out of 50 questions. It's not about that. It's about having the heart of becoming a teacher. So the interview works very well, I would say, where you have behavioral interview. I mean, India may want to have this. I'm not sure, because I don't. I don't influence the government of India, right? You may want to consider this, having behavioral interview sessions, having competency-based, behavioral-based interview session, competency-based interview sessions, so that they know what they are actually coming into. I'm not saying that what we are doing here in Malaysia is or even in Singapore is the way to go. Yeah, I'm not suggesting it's the way to go, but I feel if this part is being done, then and expectations are laid. Yeah, the interviewer need to lay out expectations so that the applicant would know what they are going into. Yeah, if the applicant doesn't know what they are going into, what's the point of getting a 50 out of 50? You may be the best scorer, but you're not a good teacher because you don't have the heart for it. I remember I scolded my son's teacher. I said, do you have a heart for kids? When he caned my boy, I'm not saying that my boy cannot be caned in class, yeah, but I'm against caning when caning is not justified. So my boy being the top student in his level when he was in the primary school, he got caned because he forgot to bring his maths book. I said, is there humanity? Just because he has forgotten to bring his mathematics book for the first time and he got caned. I asked the teacher, are you a human? Do you have humanity in you? I said, do you even have a heart for children? And that's really very important. It's a calling. It's not a profession. It's a calling.
Very rightly said. Thank you so much for the insightful, I feel you are a teacher by heart, by choice. You cannot be pushed into a profession. So thank you so much for those inputs.
Welcome.
Hello, good evening, Dr. Bedkar sir, Principal sir. And I think it is a good evening only at your place also at Singapore. So a wonderful presentation you have made and the true qualities of a teacher, you have talked about. So many of the times the teachers are becoming mechanical and they are just stuck in a syllabus and the books and the text. And they are not coming out of that, I think. So
yes.
I think, that what you have said, that the role of teacher is more wider rather than just, to cover the syllabus. It is more than that. And I think, the students are like a mine of a gems. There are so many gems, but we have to tap them. We have to bring them out, that is the only thing a teacher's role is there. So teacher is not giving something to the student, but, just direct, illuminate the path, of his walking life, what we can say, path, what he is walking in a life. So I think that is the best part of a teacher, what we can go with. I'm dealing with the medical students and medical fraternity, and I'm talking about the medical students. Definitely, the cognitive domain, the information has a very little meaning as such. But the affective domain and psychomotor domain has a great meaning, because when they are in the field, as a doctor also, if they don't have that empathy, that human touch, I think they cannot become a doctor, right? So I think that a teacher should be like that. He should bring a change in the life of the students, and he should make them to think in a different fashion, different way. And it should not be, monotonous, everyone is reading the same sentence again and again. No, it should not be like that. So everyone should find out their own sentence of life and should put on the paper. So I think that is how the student can make his mark. Otherwise, everyone becomes engineer, doctors, or something like that, and they just work in their profession. So I think it is more than that. And what I feel, the teacher is not a qualification-wise teacher. The mother, the parent, the father, the brothers, sisters, all are, our teachers. Some at some level, some points. And I think we should learn from each and every one. So really wonderful opportunity. You had talked about a wonderful aspect. And, the teachers are going here also various technical tests, SATNET and this and that. But I think more than that, he should learn how to be more empathetic and sympathetic and how, the emotional towards the students. And that will really bring out the potential of the students out. So wonderfully blessed today's lecture, ma'am. My question is very important question is, nowadays students are also, they are searching for such an education system where they can score more marks and they will get a bright future. But I think, more marks and maximum percentage and maximum grade, I think it has a little less meaning because, what I feel that when these people, my medical students work as a doctors in the field, they may not be a very brilliant career, in the education system, but they are doing very well with the patients. So I think this aspect has to be incorporated. So what do you think about this, ma'am? Thank you. Thank you very much. Otherwise, wonderful presentation you made today. Thank you.
I will answer it with one phrase. It's okay not to be okay.
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct.
It's okay not to be okay. Yeah. I feel when the students become monotonous, or even teachers or even doctors, because life is just very mundane, they need to sound out. I hope whether being in India or in anywhere in the world, that we all understand that there are certain professions in this world need a place to say that they are not okay. So they need to know that this is about mental health now, right? I promote mental health in corporates. So I always say that when we meet employees who does mundane work every day, we will always tell them that don't worry, it's okay not to be okay. All you need to do is just to tell your superior that you're not okay today and that you need a break. Because we are all humans. We're not robots. We're not machines. Did I answer your question?
Yeah, thank you. Thank you very much, ma'am, for your wonderful explanation. Thank you.
Most welcome.
Thank you very much, sir. He got a kind of a.
I'm so honored.
Yeah, got the prize for the research.
Thank you, Dr. Shukla. I'm so honored to meet you.
He got a Miss. He has done.
Yeah,
research.
I can actually give you a lot of. I can actually give you more ideas on mental health, especially for medical in the medical field, in the education field, where it's like you just feel like throwing the books at people and say, hey, get out of my room, that kind of feeling. But there are a lot of things that we could do. We could help ourselves to calm down, especially when we admit that when we tell our the students, your students, that hey, it's okay not to be okay.
Correct.
I tell my boy, because in Singapore, the education is very stressful, and my boy being in National University of Singapore and being in the medical science, and he's always competing against himself, not competing against peers, but competing against himself. And he just got a double degree offer to Scotland this year, and then he told me, he said, "Mommy, what if I cannot maintain my grades, and therefore I wouldn't be able to make it for the double degree?" I told him, "It's okay, son. It's okay." Then he said, "It's not okay." I said, "It's okay. You know why? Because Mommy don't need to worry about you going so far to Scotland. You will remain in Singapore." So I told him, it's okay, that even if you don't not be there, you will still graduate. And I made him see that it's the end result. It's the destination that matters, right? It's the end result. However, whatever ways you take, it's the end result that matters. Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you. I was just pointing out, sir, that he got this prize for the research in, he learned the emotions in the orphan children, and then he has prescribed homeopathic medicines to those children for 1 year, and then he had to assess, what are the changes has taken place. So he got the prize for this research. And it was a program where you'll find the Honorable President of India was there for this program. So it was a really great moment and proud moment. And thank you for appreciation, sir, Dr. Bedkar, sir, and Lily, ma'am. Thank you very much.
Welcome. Welcome.
A very good evening to all learned participants. Honorable today's speaker, Ma'am Lily, and the principal, Dr. Bedkar, sir. Really, I would say today it was a very great, rather I would say awesome talk made by Ma'am Lily. And really, I today feel blessed, rather honored also. That you have awakened the teacher within the teacher. I'm teaching fraternity since more than 20, 30 years. But today, what a great opportunity today that I listened you, I heard you, I really, it was a teacher you have awakened within my teachership. And I think I congratulate your son also, your Dr. Shukla sir. Congratulations, Anand Shukla sir also. That the son has awakened the teacher within the teacher, mom. Isn't right? And really, the little boy has awakened the inspiration in teacher. What a great happening it was. Really, I was overwhelmed with the word that you said, you have presented today. Every word, every sentence was a mindful. so heartily that if I don't want to go to school, now in our India, in our country, if they won't go to school, they punished, they charged. But what you have answered today, what you have presented today, you have taken out the school from that school and placed in another school where the boy every day ready to go to school, attend the school. What a miracles you did. And what a great ma'am, you are a very great mom, you're a great teacher, and you have really awakened the sense of teacher within the teacher. And I think today's presentation will work for all learned participants attending the presentation or presentations. And today I think it was one of the best presentations since so many presentations I learned. But your words, your sentence touched everyone's heart. In what the sense, what you have explained the purpose of educations, what the challenges in opportunities in the educations, what the timeless values of teaching. What a great presentation, ma'am. Really, I was inspired today. Thanks for a great presentations. You have awakened the teachers within the teacher. So I won't say it's okay not to be okay, but I would say it is absolutely okay not to be okay. Because everything, if we accept, it will be accepted by some of the people. Because I believe in that. If you do something, there's always someone with you, somebody against you. But if you do nothing, nobody will be with you nor against you. So to whom you go to say okay? And hence, I would say that you just kids or children go on doing, go on learning every day, everything. Since from birth to the end of the life, every person is learning, and everyone is a teacher also. So you have awakened the human within the human beings, within the children, within the teachers, within the professors. It was a great presentation, and so my question was. I feel very what type of question I should ask to you, because questionless presentation was there today. But still I should say, to whom you will assign the best teacher? My question is, to whom you will assign
The best teacher.
Yeah.
A teacher that has the hearts for the children.
Yes. Absolutely right.
Yeah. That
Thank
would
you, ma'am.
be the best teacher award.
Yeah. Thank you. I think the situation in our country is different other than the situation in your country. Maybe. The system nowadays, the government is going to change the system of the education with the new education policy. It's different. I think what you have taught today, what you have talked today, will definitely implemented by our government, and it will helpful for all the teachers, all the students, and the nations also. Thank you, ma'am.
A teacher should be a true human being rather than simple a man. He should be a true human being.
Exactly. Thank you, sir. Yeah.
Good evening to all. Thank you, Dr. Prashant sir, Lily ma'am. It is a very nice presentation, ma'am, and this session is a very informative and knowledgeable session. Talent and determination, your talent and determinations are truly appreciated, ma'am. This topic is very useful for us. I have one question, ma'am. First question is, what is life teacher? And the second question is, what is the role of teacher in a student life?
What is a life teacher? A teacher that looks at life differently. A teacher that sees that every of this child that is in front of her are lives. They were given birth by their parents. They were given life by their parents. And we are responsible for their life. Yeah. And being a teacher, as I mentioned, is a calling. And the calling is a lifelong commitment. Did I answer your question?
What is the role of teacher in what is the role of teacher in student life?
I can't hear you. You're breaking.
What is the role of teacher in student life? Hello, ma'am.
What is the role of a teacher in students' life? Yeah, what is the role of the teacher in students' life? A mentor, a guide, and a champion for growth.
Thank you so much, ma'am, and all the dignitaries, Dr. Badiuddin sir, then Jasmeet Kaur ma'am, Dr. Swanand Shukla sir, and Chetan Kumar sir, and Devidas Kendre sir, for your nice queries and sharing your views in the session. Thank you so much. Now I request the chief organizer of an international conference, the ideal principal, Dr. M. Bedkar sir, to conclude the session. You are welcome, please.
Sir, hello, sir. Hello.
Now, thank you, Honorable Principal sir, for the comments. Now I move towards the vote of thanks. Sri Kumaraswamy Mahavidyalaya, Avsa, District Latur in Maharashtra State. As we all know, dear participants, organized World Record Series as well as the International E-Conference. Every day the series was running. And for today's session on the dais was keynote speaker Honorable Lily Tan Ma'am. And the term she have explained the topic teacher for life and teacher of life. Very clearly, each and every point have covered. Actually, the lecture have started with the great quotes that preparing to next generation to take the world. Now, what a wonderful quote you have made, madam, while beginning the lecture. And also, you have defined the teachers. Teacher not only the impart the knowledge, but he also shape and influence the lives of their students and also nurturing their lives, the characters. And also you have given many details, the purpose of education, then the instilling values, different challenges and opportunities before the teachers, then timeless values of teaching. Now these points you have covered very, very clearly, madam, in simple language. You are just looking like a flower in the lily in the May. So you are such a flower that your beauty is very nice, and we are very happy to see you, and you have explained very, very clear. So I'm very, very thankful to you. You have paid your time here. So thank you once again. I also thank the chief organizer of an international conference, the principal of Sri Kumaraswamy Mahavidyalaya Avsa, Honorable Dr. M. Ambedkar sir, and also specially thanks these personalities, dignitaries, Dr. Badiuddin sir, Jasmeet Kaur ma'am, Dr. Swanand Shukla sir, Chetan Kumar sir, and Devidas Kendre sir for your nice speeches. And also thanks, I should not forget all those dear participants who join the series regularly, makes us motivates and also encourages us. So thank you to you all once again. Now I request please fill the feedback link which is given in the chat box. With the kind permission of chief organizer, I declare the session is over. Once again, I'm very thankful, Lily ma'am, you have joined the series. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you for having me. It's been a great time meeting all of you. Yeah, it's an honor and a pleasure as well. Thank you. Yeah, goodbye and
Thank
good
you, ma'am.
night.
Bye.
Yeah, thank you. Goodbye. Good night.
Take care, ma'am. Take care. Thank you so much. Good night.
Thank you. Thank you. Take care, all of you. Take care. Yeah.